Hello, Jamuna here, the host and creator of the Whole Line Years 2.0. So, for today's topic, I would want to talk about something that I feel like it's very personal to me as a woman and the fellow women that you're about to see on this clip. So, we are discussing street harassment and catcalling. So, according to the Google dictionary, street harassment is a form of sexual harassment that consists of unwanted comment, gestures, honking, following, touching, catcalling by strangers in public areas, and public areas that's including malls and public transport, stuff like that. So, as you've heard, street harassment is a form of sexual harassment, meaning that generally you are making this woman as uncomfortable as someone else who could go as far as trying to touch a woman inappropriately. You calling her out doesn't make her comfortable. So, to be specific on catcalling allowed and sexually suggestive call or comment directed at someone publicly. So, it can consist of kissing noises, non-sexual comments, or stuff like something that can be non-threatening, but the thing is, I don't know you. I'm just walking, I'm in my space, I'm in my mood, and then you're just there like, oh, madam, Yeah, it's just, it doesn't have to be sexual. You don't have to say something like, oh, come to my bed or something like that, something as inappropriate. The minute you literally honk at a woman and just wink, that doesn't make her comfortable. She doesn't know who you are. You are literally invading her personal space. Because it starts with that, then it goes as far as grabbing someone. It's always a thing with, she didn't respond, so let me do something that will prompt her to react. And then people need to understand that for street harassment, it's all genders are recipients of street harassment. It's just that for this video, purposely, I would like to discuss women because according to statistics, women are the most affected of street harassment, So it's become so common, especially in Kenya. Let's just base it in Kenya because this video is based in Kenya. It's become so common that women have accepted it as a way of life. Like, I think as the women speak, you will hear there are women who say things like, I can't dress a certain way because I'm going to a certain place. Why? Do you not think that makes, it's so unfair that I have to think, oh my goodness, I can't wear this because I'm going here. Boo, I'm dressing up to feel good about myself. But because there are people who take it out of their day and their timing to make someone so uncomfortable that they have to meditate how they're going to dress, how they're going to act. I'm going to put earphones so I don't have to listen. It's so unfair to these women. Like, it's become, despite it being offensive, it's very infuriating and very violating, especially your personal space. It's just, my goodness. I wish words could explain. I wish the women that are speaking in this clip could explain it, but it's far beyond just you thinking, I'm just going to make a comment to this female because she looks nice, And the culprits, it's not confined to those people who are not doing the white collar kind of jobs. Sadly, it's people in suits or people that you think have the knowledge of, this is probably not right. It's literally everyone. It's people in public space, people in public high-end offices, and people just people who you believe are genuinely educated and knowledgeable about these things. And it happens in broad daylight. It doesn't really have to happen at night. It's a very sad thing. So, as you continue to watch this clip, I hope you think about just how much women are affected by some of these things and how you as a woman and as a man, the measures that you put in place to ensure that our women feel safe, they feel loved, they feel comfortable in their own space.
This guy comes and tells me I remind him of his mom, and so he thinks he should take me to Shags to marry him. And I'm like, what? Is that a pickup line? Is that something he just thought of on the spot? It was just really confusing. I should come and have his kids. I should go meet his mom, have his kids, meet his family. And it's it's a little weird because, they just approach you, they don't know who you are. And then if you ignore them, it's a problem because it's like, I don't know what they expect.
Is that I don't know why you're being arrogant when you're dark-skinned, in Swahili, of course, which makes it sound even worse. And my first thought was just that they must be crazy because I was dark-skinned when they were catcalling me in the first place. It's just my rejection that made them act all sour. And I don't know, it's just sad because we're in Africa, so why would you be surprised that they're dark-skinned people?
The ones I hate the most are the ones that either tell you ati size yangu. But this one day, one of them told me, they saw me getting onto a bike and they told me, ati umona vile anapanda hiyo bike, huyu anaweza kakuzalia watoto vizuri. That was, I don't know, I just felt so bad. Like, I don't know why they do that. So I don't think I've had like one bad experience, but I hate the ones that they try to objectify you by making you seem like like you're not a human being, but just an object.
I was walking and then they said hi and I didn't respond. And one of them said, unajifanya, unafikiri uko na shimo tatu wa wengine wakiwa na moja. And I was like, wow. Wow. I honestly felt like standing where I was and crying because that was, and then they were shouting, so everyone is hearing, and I was just like, you know what, this is Kenya for you.
First of all, I don't even understand why guys catcall, because it's really irritating. My worst experience was I was once going to my friend's place, and I had 4 locks. Then as I pita this group of jamas, this particular one is like, niaje mrembo. Then, of course, you're lengaing, you keep walking. Then they go like, rasta, beri yako rasta. Then I keep walking, then ako like, hindo size yangu, hindo size napenda. And that just made me cringe. Because why, first of all, why are you objectifying me that much? Because it's just not funny or interesting.
So I don't really think I've had a bad experience, but the way the madams, I usually ignore them most of the time, 95% of the time.
I was walking. I was in the estate. I was going to the supermarket, like outside the estate in the supermarket. So there was some group of boys who were in high school, and I was in primary school at that point. So I think I was in class 8. Yeah, let's say class 8. So I was going, and then they were like, stay, kujapa, stay. So number one, I'm not a dog, so I wouldn't respond if they follow me. Okay? So I just continued walking. So this guy started shouting, oh, umejiharia, oh, umejinyeshia, jamani tunakuita, nini. So I was just like, good. And then people, there was some group of mamas, I think, yeah, they were also in primary. So they started laughing. So that I felt it. So I didn't even go to the supermarket. I just went back to, I just took a U-turn and went back home.
I recall a friend's experience because I was with a friend of mine when it happened. Let me call her X. So this time I was with X. We had taken a drive to Githurai so that we can take another drive to town. So when we alighted at Githurai, some random guy just starts calling out X's name. Like, okay, not X's name, but like those annoying words. And then she doesn't respond. Then he persists, and then this friend of mine just stands and like tells him like tumia akili. Yeah. So we continue walking, and this guy has the audacity to come and pull her hair. As in, that was so disrespectful, man. Like, I wish I saw him, like that day, I wish I saw him, because honestly, he would have seen hell, honestly. I was so shocked that someone would actually do that because of, like, It's just so disrespectful.
I really don't like it. I don't think that catcalling is necessary. I think if you want to talk to someone, there's a way you can approach them. It's not proper, especially the that happens in the streets. It's not nice. And even if I'm looking nice or I'm looking bad, I mean, ultimately, I didn't dress for the people on the streets. So yeah, I don't think it's right.
Didn't make me feel offended? Well, the answer is no, because I'm confident in myself, and you wouldn't be catcalling me in the first place if you didn't see something that you liked. So that is their problem.
So first of all, I feel like we get intimidated. Like for me personally, I avoid eye contact. And for me, I usually believe that I'm a very confident person, but because I just don't want to experience anything with a man in terms of catcalling, I try not to have eye contact so I don't engage with them. Number two, if I'm passing by a road and I see there like 2 or even 3 men standing there, I'd rather pass by Kampala or just wherever it is, but not pass by where they are. So I feel we get intimidated easily by this kind of men. We feel abused. Like sometimes we feel so dirty that you just want to go and shower. So they really abuse us, honestly. So it's not a very good experience. So women are intimidated and we're just belittled. We're made to feel like we are trash, just like the lowest thing in the world.
It makes me feel degraded because one, they actually portray women as objects. Like you're just there to be seen. Always, you can't even just wear your off-shoulder there. Unasikia, oh, nice boobs. We are trying. But yeah, it's really demeaning, in all honesty.
It's annoying, it's disrespectful, it's intrusive, it's everything that is wrong. Do not catcall. We are tired of being catcalled. It's not interesting. It's not. But as a woman, it doesn't make you feel. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I feel like this is what men think when they're catcalling you. That when they catcall you, they pandisha your self-esteem and make you feel like yeah. Or on their side, they feel like we are. I don't even know, but it's not what you think it is, men. So please do us a favor and do not catcall us.
I prefer when they use terms like madam, I'm a sister, other than sijui inafanyanga mtu anafeel ni kama, I don't know, excuse. You'd rather say excuse other than funny mini nyama. Even say madam, babes, sweetheart, looking fine. Oh, those are not Kenyan men, I'm sorry.
I feel demoralized. Like, it makes me feel insecure when I'm about to pass a group of males just sitting there and lying around. Like, it's like I'm in a situation where I know these people won't mind their business when I pass there. So I have to look for an alternative route so that I don't have to pass through there.
I feel like it's not a good experience, like especially when someone goes to such an extent to like physically mishandle you, to physically mishandle you. I don't think it's a good experience. I don't feel that someone, especially females, feel comfortable with it, because I didn't, like at that particular time, I felt like I couldn't even pass through crowds, yet that experience, through crowds of men, yet that experience didn't even happen directly to me. It was to someone I knew. So I feel like those experiences emotionally and mentally affect females.
I think I have a perfect example of when the line is crossed. There's a time I ignored a guy and he grabbed me and he actually hurt me. But I didn't know at the time because I was so busy making sure he's not stolen anything and trying to get away. But like when I looked later on, I noticed he had cut me. And so I was like, I even started wondering, should I go get a shot or something, because I didn't know, if there were any diseases or anything that I could have gotten. So yeah, I think that thing of being touched is where it becomes totally inappropriate. Or if, let's say, they start insulting you, that's really wrong. Yeah.
It is when guys expect you to be receptive to their catcalling or cooing or wooing, whatever they might describe it as, just because, I don't know, they feel that they have some sort of ownership over you, which is wrong, because people are up and about, minding their own businesses, and if someone doesn't want to stop and have a conversation with you, you should understand that and go about your own way, because we are not children out here.
So number one, don't cross someone's personal space. If you can smell me, just know you're already too close to me. Another thing, I think if there's no mutual feelings, if I didn't show interest in you, don't even do anything. And if you don't know my name, that's another reason. Like, there's no reason for you to talk to me, because if you don't know my name, then you don't have anything to do with me, and just don't approach me. Just don't. Yeah. So I feel like that's when it crosses a line, when you invade my personal space, when you don't know my name, and if I'm not showing that I'm approachable. If you can see me either having my headphones on or my earphones on, or if you see that my face is just not very approachable, don't approach me. Don't talk to me. Just don't say anything that might trigger me, because that's when I feel like you've crossed the line.
It's getting personal. Maybe they start like coming like, hey, let me get your number, what? And then they usually say it as if it's a must to give them. So I think that's overboard. And also when they start insulting you, that's overboard for me. Well, if you just say too much than you should be saying, yeah, like if you just want to say hi to me, go like hi. Most of the time I actually answer back to highs. When you say hi and it's just a passing hi, I mind, but I just say, I give you back my feedback just to get over and done with it. However, now when you start like niaje msupa, or you go like nipe namba yako, anything that is past a hi and I don't know you, don't push it. Yeah.
The moment that person decides to start calling you, like, first of all, who is called? No one is called. Everything has a name. Like, as in, please, hey, like, from the moment you just call someone, like, from the moment you can call someone using such a term and not even like saying madam or excuse me or miss, as in, from the moment you just use that term, you've already crossed the line. Because then who's to say you're not going to start mishandling people here?
When you touch me, I hate being touched. Akinachukia, kushikwa, or by the wrong person, like those people. That's what I mean. So yes, I think you'd rather say excuse, but when you go to an extent of actually holding my, please don't. It's irritating. Women don't like to be touched. I think there's a video actually going around. I'll look for it.
For me, yeah. Man, I'm just gonna speak for every woman out here. If you trying to approach a bitch and holler, you ain't gotta touch her to talk to her. How you doing? Excuse me, can I talk to you? Bitch, get off me! Hey, Red, come here. Get off me! We don't like that shit. We don't like to be touched. A nigga try to touch me when he talk to me. Get off me, bitch. I don't like that shit. The small of my back is reserved for my man.
I don't have a coping mechanism. It's so annoying because each time, if anything, it has made me fear spaces that are occupied by men. And each time I'm nearing a pack of men, I feel some type of way.
I have learned to ignore them. So when I'm about to pass a group of men, I will literally just put on my earphones. I'll just put on my earphones, slash it in somewhere that can pot, and I will walk as if I can't hear a thing, type of a situation. So yeah, that is my life hack for all of you out there. You're welcome.
I guess I try not to get angry too fast, because sometimes we can't do anything because no one is there to support us, and you can't go against like 4 men and start saying, sir, why are you telling me that? Mbona mnaniambia hivyo? You can't do that. Because if you do that, you'll be overpowered. So the only way is just being silent. Because there's nothing you can do about it. Even though you go home and tell your parents will not come with you to the same spot to fight the same people who maybe won't even be there the next day. So we're just silent. But I think we should really stick together. Ukiona mtu mwingine anafanyiwa hivyo, stand up. Yeah, because it's really important.